Namaste friends and welcome. I have a gentle sequence for you. It's about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll start with a little bit of breath work, some gentle seated stretches, and you're welcome to take Shavasana afterwards if that feels right for you. If you don't have a yoga mat, that's okay. Find a blanket, find a beach towel, a bath towel, whatever you might have in the house. Meet me in a comfortable seat. For me, that's Sukhasana, legs crossed, easy pose, not always easy if hips are tight. So if you have extra blankets or maybe even your own yoga props nearby, prop up your hips or your knees with blocks. Roll up old towels or pillows and place them underneath you. And if this is uncomfortable, you can also find Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose, bringing the soles of your feet together and working to find that position that works for your body. Sit up nice and tall. We spend a lot of time sitting as a society, and when we sit, we often don't find that good posture. We tend to do a lot of this. I'm guilty of it myself when we're driving, sitting, eating. So go ahead and do yourself a favor. Reset your body here, reset your posture. And go ahead and start to settle into your breath and settle into your mats. Feel the connection between your sits bones, your buttocks, your hips, and the mat. Lining up ears over shoulders and shoulders over your hips. And just place your hands on your thighs or your knees, whatever might feel comfortable for you. And start breathing in and out. Just as you normally would, breathe in and out. Notice the rise and the fall of your chest and your belly as you breathe in and out. And if it feels safe, I invite you to close your eyes, and if that's uncomfortable, find a spot on the floor to gaze at. And as you're breathing in and out, just notice where you might be holding tension, maybe in the shoulders, in your low back, in your jaw. No judgment of wherever it is that your body is today. Just acknowledging and noticing where we might be holding tension. And that's where your breath comes into play. Your breath is a really good guide for where your body is and maybe even where your mind is. We want a steady breath. We want that steady cadence of our breath. Usually when it's unsteady, we're overexerting ourselves, and your body might be saying, hey, back off a little bit. It's always okay to back off. It's always okay to do less. Go ahead and continue breathing. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths. Big inhale, inhale through the nose. Feel your belly and your chest rise. And as you exhale, sigh it all out through your mouth. Again, inhale in through the nose. And breathe it all out. Again, inhale. And exhale. And work to find your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breathing, we inhale in through the nose and we exhale out through the nose as well. Imagine drinking through a thin straw, thin, long, narrow straw. This will help you to lengthen the inhalations. And then as you exhale, sigh it all out through your lower abs. Feel your lower abs engage as you push it out. So take the tip of your tongue and place it on the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth and gently constrict the back of your throat. And you softly close your lips and imagine there's a mirror in front of you and you're trying to fog it up, channeling your inner Darth Vader, your inner ocean waves. Audible breath, so it's okay if you can hear yourself or if your kids are in another room and can hear you breathing as well. So you'll sound like this. So we'll go ahead and find that. Breathe in for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. One of my favorite stretches involves a yoga strap. If you've ever been to one of my classes in person, one of my favorite balancing postures is Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. It is a challenging asana, not accessible to everybody, and there are days when I can't do it. But with a strap and on your backs, it is very accessible for everybody, and it's a wonderful stretch. This is one that my students really like to do as well. Go ahead and grab your yoga strap, grab your belt, TheraBand if you don't have either of those, and meet me on your back. And when you've arrived on your backs, just draw one knee in to your chest at a time and coming into Apanasana. You can go as wide or as narrow as you need to, depending on your body, and maybe even start to circle the knees, working them in one direction and then reversing. We're just stretching out the hips here. Good. And from here, go ahead and bring the soles of both feet down to the mat. Option 1, leave that right knee bent. Keep the sole of that right foot on the mat. And then draw your left knee into your chest. So you can take your hands and place them right on top of your shin. And this might feel like it's enough for you. Maybe you stay here and just know that that's okay. Think of these as options as opposed to levels. So we all need different options, different sides. We'll need different options, and different bodies need different options. Now if you can, take your strap. I like to make sure it's equal distance. And grab the strap and work it to the sole of that left foot. And then continue to draw that knee into your chest. And this might feel like it's enough here. You have the option to go ahead and extend that right leg long. You have the option to now lift your left leg up into the air. Great stretch for the hamstring. And if you're super flexible, you may not need the strap. You can also work to grab the big toe with your yoga peace fingers, your pointer and your middle finger, and you can work here. So again, if you've done Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, this is Supta Padangusthasana. And notice where your knee is. If your knee is bent and you're working here, see if you can just lower that leg down a bit, and notice that your leg, your knee, may start to straighten then. You'll actually feel more in the hamstring if the leg is straight. So try not to focus so much on getting that leg close to your chest, close to the floor. Sometimes that's the ego talking, right? Good. So wherever you might be, breathe. Make sure your breath is steady, your strap is steady. You're not doing this. If the strap starts to shake and your breath starts to shake, that's your ego again. It is okay to do less. If we strain our bodies, then we have the ability to easily injure ourselves, and then we can't practice the physical part of yoga. And that's not where we want to be. And from here, you have the option to stay here. You have the option to work on the external hip and thigh rotation of that left leg. Just slowly start to let that left leg, left thigh, left hip open towards the left side. And now where's your right hip and your right thigh? Still rooted on the mat. And if this is too much, of course, you can always stay with that bent knee. So that you don't strain your low back, I want you to slightly bend that left knee when you're ready to return the leg back to center. Good, and now we can take that across the body. You go as far as it's comfortable for you. You feel the gentle tension, but you don't feel any pain. If you have one arm available to you, you can go ahead and let that left arm fall to the side. Again, bend that left knee slightly so we don't strain the low back. Return the leg back to center. We'll go ahead and re-straighten that leg. And then bend the left knee generously, drawing that knee back into your chest, releasing the strap. Give yourself a nice hug here. Okay. Right side. Bend the right knee, draw the knee into your chest, and make that decision. Do I keep the sole of the left foot on the mat, or do I extend that left leg long? And you can always stay with that knee bent, and you can stay here. You can take the strap. We work it to the sole of that right foot. Equal distance with the straps if you can. And maybe we gently work to extend that right leg. Again, noticing where your leg is. Where's your knee? If it's here, maybe you just lower the leg down a bit and then see if you can straighten the leg from there. Steady strap, steady breath. Noticing the sensation of your body and noticing if you need to do less. And again, you can always work with the big toe with your yoga peace fingers. I like to place my free hand on my hip and my thigh. Important to keep the hip and the thigh rooted on the mat. And when you're ready, maybe you work with that bent knee and draw the right hip and the right thigh open. Maybe your leg is straight. And steady breath, steady mind. And if your knee is not already bent, go ahead and bend the knee to return the leg back to center. Re-straighten when you've arrived in center. And if you're using the strap, go ahead and take the strap over. And if you're grabbing your big toe, I like to switch hands here. It's a little bit less intense. And I like to let my right arm open. To return back to center, we bend that right knee and gently bring it back to center. And draw the knee into your chest with or without that strap. Release the strap and draw both knees into your chest. And maybe rock from side to side. And we'll go ahead and prepare your body for Shavasana. You've earned it. If it's uncomfortable to lay with the legs and the arms extended nice and long, go ahead and prop up your hips or your knees with blocks. You can bend your knees as much as you need to feel comfortable here.